In crisis, cry out to God. Jonah chapter 2 and verse 2. He said, I cried out to the Lord in my great trouble, and he answered me. I called to you from the land of the dead, and Lord, you heard me. The text read is the prayer of Jonah in crisis. What led Jonah to crisis? It was his disobedience to God. What surprises me is this. Jonah lived at a time when there were not many people who would hear God speak so clearly and give directions. Jonah had God spoken to him. However, he did not heed to God. What made Jonah go against God? Few insights. Jonah had such an intimate relationship with God, and it must have been regular since God shared an intention of destruction of a nation to him. He asked Jonah to go there and warn them of the upcoming destruction. Jonah was upset to go to them, even to share a warning, because they have held Jonah's predecessors as captives and treated them worst. His anger and bitterness against them made him disobey God. The torment was etched in his emotion, and he was unable to get out of it. In spite of having heard from God, he decided to run on the opposite direction. God, in his sovereign wisdom, caused the sea to roar and sent a giant fish to swallow him up and vomit him in his destination. What he could have done in style had to be done in dire straits. If we are caught in a crisis because of our disobedience, we can still go to God, since His work will never be altered at any cost. God is in the business of rescuing and saving people. If He decided to do this process of rescuing people using you, He's not going to spare you, even if you don't like a bit doing it. Your running away from His plan will end you in crisis, and even then, He will be the rescuer to accomplish the task in the midst of the self-invoked trouble. In crisis, cry out to God. Amen.